Alright, let's see if we can get this thing running. Clear prop. Wow, that aisle's up there. I don't know. Get that prop to stop spinning. There was a little bit of a breeze out here earlier. Maybe there is now. Oh, it's coming from my right. Well, we're going to try it anyway. Here we go. Oh, I just had an engine out. It went out, and then it came back. Yeah, that wasn't good. It scared a whole herd of deer, too. I don't know what happened there. Going nowhere. So I figure out maybe it had an air bubble or something in the fuel line. I don't know. Adam doesn't use enough fuel for that usually to make much of a difference. But it did. It cut right out. I'm just going to stay right around here. Air Force is up here today. So. Everything's flooded out here. Looks like the water must have receded a little from yesterday. These fields are flooded, but it looks like, well, no, it's out of the creek. Wow. It's pretty wonky up here. I didn't expect that. Oh, this is going to be a terrible landing in this mud. Crabbing pretty good. Crabbing pretty good. Or pretty bad, whichever way you want to look at it, I guess. Well, yeah, I'm just going to go over here, stay right around these fields. Wind's changed direction, though. Yeah, it's blowing a lot harder than it said it was going to be. And it is gusty, but it said it was going to be that. Whoa-ho-ho! Yeah, buddy. just had an air bubble in the fuel line or something. I thought I had them out. Well, that ain't true. I did have a bubble in there. I've got too much fuel line out on this Atom. I need to shorten all that up. Hard to get all the air bubbles out. Atom uses so little fuel that that's not usually a problem. However, it must have been today, because it didn't act like it was a kill switch. It didn't just shut off. The power just went down to nothing almost and then came back up. Keep my eyes out for the wires around here. I know them all, but you know, when you fly the same places all the time, you get kind of complacent. You don't think about that stuff like when you're flying in new places. You're always watching for wires and fences and stuff. You keep flying in the same place close to home, you forget to look for those things, even though you know where they're at. Well, you can make a mistake pretty easy. I love that guy's cannon down there in his driveway. He's got an old Civil War cannon, right? Pointed right down the driveway. Right in front of his garage. Well, folks, it's cold up here. Not as cold as the last time I flew. And it's also pretty bumpy. Now when I say pretty bumpy, I don't mean violently bumpy. I just mean bumpy. I can go up higher, up at about 1,500 feet AGL. There's virtually no wind up there. No gusts. According to my apps. However, I do got the Air Force flying around here today, and I'm not real interested in getting up there where they're flying. So, I'm going to make another lap around the big field here, and we're going to land and call it a flight for today. Got my takeoff in. We'll see how I land in this absolutely, I mean, it is just soup down there in my field. All these fields are just soup. We've had flash flood warnings for the last 3 days. And it's flooded all around. The river's way up. Right now I'm about 400 feet AGL. So that should put me below anybody out in this area. Although those jets do come in almost this low. Sometimes. But they usually swing wide around the houses here. Yeah, it's pretty wonky up here. It's actually getting worse. That might have something to do with my altitude, though. Anyway, I've had enough. I'm cold. It's bumpy. Wind's picking up a little, I guess. Go ahead and make this turn. Set up for this landing. Land on that uphill part. That other stuff is really, really wet. So I don't know. We'll see what happens here. Got a feeling I'm going to be wet when this landing's over with. Yeah, we're getting wonked here. Pretty good. I'm gonna try to stick it. We'll see what happens here. Oh, we did it. Alrighty, got our little short flight in. And that was all good. 10-minute flight. That's as short as the last one. Alright. I don't know. I might take off again in a few minutes. We'll see. If I do, let you all know. I'll talk to y'all later.